It is a nightmare for a parent, the thought of their child going missing.
That nightmare became a reality over the weekend for one family after police tell us the father of a 6-month-old boy left his car running with his son in the back seat while he ran into a store. When he came back out, the car and his 6-month-old baby were gone.
Now, a Providence police officer is being hailed a hero after reuniting that baby boy with his family.
12 News reporter Matt Paddock spoke with the officer about the moment that he found that baby safe and sound. Matt?
Yeah, this is the moment right here. Our cameras captured Providence police reuniting a baby boy with his family. A day that Officer David Impalaza says he will never forget. Impalaza's shift hadn't started when his phone and phones across the state started buzzing. Now that buzz, an Amber Alert. After receiving a tip that the car had been seen in his precinct, he began searching the area. And while driving down Nellie Street, less than a mile from where the car was stolen, something caught Impalaza's eye.
The license plate on the car that was from the Amber Alert was KA251. There was an Acura right here that was KA851, and I thought maybe somebody saw the car, called that in thinking that was the car. But I was like, just to rule it out, I'll double check the parking lot, and pulled down in here, and there was the car.
Now, Pawtucket police are the lead in the investigation, and they say the search for the suspect pictured right here behind me is still ongoing at this time, and that anyone with information are asked to contact police. But coming up tonight at 6, we hear more from Officer David Impalaza about Saturday's act of heroism. Reporting in studio, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Tonight, we're hearing from a police officer who was instrumental in locating the little boy who was the subject of a statewide Amber Alert on Saturday.
We were there shortly after that child was found, less than a mile from where the car he was in was stolen. And while the search continues right now for the suspect, a lot of people just thankful that baby is okay.
12 News reporter Matt Paddock talked to the Providence police officer who found that baby. Matt joins us now in studio with the follow-up. Matt?
Yet this is the moment our cameras captured Providence police reuniting a baby boy with his family. A day that Officer David Impalaza says he will never forget. Officer Impazola's shift hadn't started when his phone, as well as phones across the state, started buzzing. That buzz, an Amber Alert. And it was then and there that Impazola knew what he had to do.
But yeah, I got the Amber Alert just like everybody else did, straight to the phone. I didn't get any sort of advance notice about it.
Officer David Impalaza was technically off duty when he found the vehicle and says he was just in the right place at the right time.
I was accidentally an hour early, just gotten in, so I had no idea any of it was going on in the first place.
A father himself, Impalaza's heart sank as he read that a 6-month-old boy had been reported missing.
I mean, all parents, like, you see something like that and your heart absolutely drops. Even if you don't know the person, you can't imagine being in that situation.
After receiving a tip that the vehicle had been seen in his precinct,
I've been on 7 years. That's the first time I've actually seen like a full-blown Amber Alert.
Impalaza jumped into his car and started searching for the vehicle.
The license plate on the car that was from the Amber Alert was KA251. There was an Acura right here that was KA851, and I thought maybe somebody saw the car, called that in thinking that was the car.
It was then, while driving on Nellie Street, that he says his instincts kicked in.
I know this is a parking lot that goes around and wraps behind the building I've dealt with, but I was like, just to rule it out, I'll double check the parking lot.
And while driving past these Franklin Place apartments, something caught his eye.
Pulled down in here, and there was the car right over there on the corner.
Not knowing if the suspect was still in the area, Impalaza cautiously approached the vehicle.
It was tinted, but I could see pretty quickly that there was no one in it, and then immediately transferring from that is, I hope this kid's still in here.
There, in the back seat, the baby boy.
AC was on. It was on a little high. It was kind of chilly in the car, so I kind of turned that off. Looked sleepy, maybe been upset before, I've been crying, and kind of was running out of gas or whatever. But he seemed okay. He looked at me and didn't really seem all too bothered.
While Officer Impalaza says that he was just doing his job,
this is just kind of doing what we're supposed to do.
Others, like Pawtucket Councilwoman Melissa DeRosa, praising his heroism.
Of the officer comforting the baby until the family got there. You don't get to see that part of law enforcement.
Now, Pawtucket police are the lead in the investigation, and they say the search for the suspect is still ongoing, and that anybody with information are asked to contact police. Reporting in studio, Matt Paddock, 12 News.